Good morning, welcome. I just present you Doc2M, update your model from your document in a breeze. I am Arnaud Michot. I am working at CETIC. CETIC is an applied research center in Belgium. Our goal is really to transfer the technologies to the small enterprise. Just the concept, the context, sorry. The model-derived design. The model-derived design approach focuses on use a model repository and a modeling tool. A drawback of the approach is the evolution of the derived artefact, such as document, test, code, required to go back to the model to adapt when we detect a change. You need to go back to the model. This process involves tracing the source element back in the model editor before triggering the update of the artifact. This can prove quite inefficient and even cause user rejection when really change. Typical scenario: model elaboration in some domain model, UML, SysML, domain specific. Document generation from the model using a tool. I just have a quick state of the art about the document generation. Document validation issue error by the client, the customer, the end user. And the observed practice is just fix the error in the document, but not in the model, typically. And you need to go back manually into the model to make the change. And it's really, but the question is, can we do better? Own approach is just use a reusable mechanism that enables to back channel from textual artifact you change in your document. I just show you after with a demo the textual artifact in any EMF-based model. An efficient support to update the process. You can just in-place editing. For now, it's just an integration with Microsoft Word. It's just a limitation, but it's possible to in-place editing the requirement on the document into a textual document, or if you wish, you can create new requirements in the document. I just show you in the demo. It's probably more efficient. For now, you have just three main functionalities: locate the concept in the model, in Eclipse, really in TreeView, in-place editing, and the creation of the new elements into the model. The idea is really to integrate this approach with specific target domain, such as Capella, Papyrus, based on EMF model. Yeah, the purpose and contribution. I work since 3 years for a customer. They have a specific contract with a big company. In case it's Huawei, they have just a requirement about it. It just have the model, the EMF model, and in this case, it's just based on a methodology, a requirement methodology called chaos. And the customer have a tool based on EMF model. They're just modeling the chaos methodology, and he would like to have the mapping and keep traceability between the requirement defined into the model and the reference inserted into documents, because the customer Huawei guys just change into document and not into the model. Yeah, some related approach that you just have state of the art. You have some specific tool that just provide document generation. You have a model writer that just developed by OBO, and it's just assure directional synchronization between text and model, and MS Word plugin I just planned. The tool that I just explained to you before is the Objective tool. It's this tool that's used by Huawei guys to modelize the requirement for the new smartphone. Specifically, this tool is used to specify the requirement for the new camera on the smartphone from Huawei. Just an example, just success stories for the research center. And in this solution, but this solution is closed. And then we try to extract the generic part of the synchronization between the model and the documents, but the customer paid for the development, and it's really difficult to explain to him that just the benefits to open the code. And yeah, it's really a big part of the job. It's just conveying the customer. And the two last, we have just a student that just finished his work about GenDoc, the generation of based on in the tool that just present previously, the Objectiver tool. We have a student that just have a first prototype that just generate the document based on the chaos model, and used GenDoc. It's probably not the good choice, because now you have a true M2 doc. There's the just presentation made yesterday, and I think it's the best one for now. In our case, because we need to run and to generate the document outside Eclipse, and it probably provides the functionalities that you want. The generic architecture, sorry. Just you have your model in Eclipse. You have some type of document. It's not limited. For now, it's just the implementation in Word and in HTML. But in our roadmap, it's just a plan to develop connector to LibreOffice, OpenOffice documents. And you have just the documentation. You generate your doc. You insert your reference. And you can just, this one is just, it's not yet implemented, but it's done for the customer. It's the model synchronization from Eclipse to document. For now, you have just the update from document with Doc2M to the model. Reference into model, into document to the model, but not in the other direction for now. Yeah, the main principle of Doc2M is just explained before. It's EMF-based, and last year you present Raret, and it's just a REST API, and we reuse the mechanism, the global IDs, and apply it to Doc2M. It's just a base. You have just the REST service, REST server start in Eclipse. Just behind, and you have the connection. You can just have respect the specific target, the protocol, the project ID, and the concept ID. It's just the URI. You have the create operation, and for now, I just explained. It just you define unsure in the document to locate into a model, and you have text field, a user text field in Word document to be able to edit inline the concept. Yes. I just explain quickly the three main functionalities that just create a concept. First one, you invoke from the Word document. You invoke the REST service to create a new goal in your model. Then in Eclipse, you can create the concept into the EMF model, and just send the response with the created concept. I just have a quick, I don't know if it's readable. It's just the case in HTML document where just define a JavaScript function. It just, in this case, it just create. You can see you have the post method, and you have directly the URL. I forget to define it in the slide. It's probably not. I can just go back when I do the demo. Yeah, and it's client side and server side. It's really the function, the code that just execute on the server side. You have just to retrieve the active editor. Is the limitation for now. I need to open the model inside into Eclipse, and just one editor. It's the limitation for now. Just retrieve the editor, and I just can ask to build the concept and add it to the current editor. It's just the same for I define the VBA function to create the concept inside a Word document. You can just show this one. I just verify get the concept name and just the selected text. You need previously select the text to create the new requirement in your EMF model, and then you can directly call. I just define a create concept and just assure the call of the web service and insert the reference into document. Yeah, it's really the call, the REST service call. Just define some parameters, but it's for information, and insert the reference. I add a specific type of control. It's just a plain text. Just to define a specific field into the document. We have the same functionalities to locate the concept. You can, when a reference is created into document, you can locate the concept from the document to your model. You invoke, it's the same behavior. You invoke the REST service, and you can locate the concept into EMF model. I show you too. It's really based on a REST service, and really you can detect the current editor, and you can locate in this part. You locate the concept in your tree. It's the same for the VBA macro, and edit the concept is the same. Invoke the REST service to edit the concept. The concept is edited in Eclipse, and you send the update concept to be sure in case of error that you just not rename the concept in the document, because in this case you have an inconsistency between your model and your document. I probably just pass the code. It's for I can do the demo and ask and answer to your question after. Yeah. Integration issue, donc document management. For now, it's not the case, but we planned to have the offline mode possible. You can export your document outside your project, send it to the customer. The customer make this remark, update the concept, and then you can re-import the document and assure the synchronization between your model and your document. But for now, it's not done. We need to provide a contextual menu. I just show you in the demo, and you have some restriction for now. For now, it's just a local host. Eclipse should be running, and the project should be open in the current workspace, and editor on the model need to be opening too. In more detail, we can provide REST API directly generated from Swagger, embedded reference at generation time. For Microsoft, you just add a contextual menu. It's just a specific to own example because it's based on a chaos methodology, and just you can create some type of concept, and you can locate into the model. Yeah, we try to apply the concept into a research project called Inograms, and in this project we plan to use Capella, and the idea is just couple the functionality of Doc2M with Capella, because the industry is really, it's a really demand of our industrial. It's just assure the synchronization between your own specific document and and the model. Yeah, you have just a first prototype on GitHub. The ID is the commit in open commit, and the project is open source. You have some information, support, and just yeah, ongoing support Capella, and ongoing to the keep synchronization with the model. Okay, just go for the demo. Yeah, it's run in a virtual machine because the limitation if I use the Microsoft suite and it just support it on Windows. I cannot do the demo on Mac for now. I need to find a workaround to avoid some problem. Yeah, in this case, I just create a small model with two concepts, and I open the Word document. You have just the Word document located here, and it's open. I just add a reference for the two concepts present in the model. Perhaps I can try to. Yeah, I try. Oh, it's the size of the virtual machine. It's not a good idea. You can see you have the goal definition, and the goal is present here. You can, I just explained to you, you can edit in line. I edit the reference, the name of the concept in the document. I just outside the area of editing, and the concept is directly edited in Eclipse View. And you can I have another example. I can perhaps it's a demo Eclipse Con. I can select the text, right click. I have a menu, contextual menu, Doc2M. I can create the concept. Here I have a limitation because I need to focus and remove the locate concept in model because the concept is not yet defined. Just in the menu, normally I have just the option create concept, not locate. It's tracked, and we need to change it. I can create here. This part is really specific to the chaos methodology. It's just the name of the different concept you can create. I create an agent, for example. The reference it's added. You have a specific text field added. You can just for your information. I just add a tool type. It's just the agent is the type of the concept created. You can add extra information in the text field, and you can see the concept is created. The same. I can just edit it. It's inline, and you can see the concept is directly edited in the model and saved to assure the synchronization between the two tools. Yeah, and the limitation, it's we need to work on it. If I change the name of the concept in Eclipse, it's not yet propagate into the document, but it's planned to do this. It's okay. Yeah, and to finish the presentation, the ongoing work. For now, you have no documentation, no tutorial. I just not give the user, the developer by the end, and just if you wish to integrate with your solution, with your EMF model, this is the scenario. This is the scenario to follow. We need to extend support, locate in more complex Capella editor, because I've just made a POC with a simple Capella editor just based off a subset of YAML model, and just to validate with the industrial that this solution is good or not for you, for your business. And yeah, support OpenOffice, LibreOffice. We publish in open source, and for now you have a close editor tool. It's not acceptable. The document synchronization from the model to the document, and just synchronize with Unify work. In just a model writer, I can put two M2doc or GenDoc or okay. I finished the presentation. If you have a question, interest, feedback, And don't forget to vote. For now, it's not really precise because it's planned in the research project, but we need to staff because the project is just starting, and we need to plan with the industrial and with our own available resource on CETEC. Like, for now, I don't know, but probably in 1 month or maximum 2 months, we have the plan, and yeah. And the idea is probably have a collaboration with OBEO, with M2Doc, to synchronize the effort, because its own business is not generate the doc, it just add the reference with the model. It's one side, it's from document to Eclipse. In the other side, we need to develop Ole for Microsoft, by example, or through Uno for LibreOffice. No. I can say we made a presentation last year and just present Rawet and just a generic API based on EMF model. Yeah. The idea is just not, you cannot rewrite whole code. It just provide a framework and put your EMF model, and it's generic. Yeah. The problem is the student they just finish its work on Gen2Doc, but it's really difficult to extract Gen2Doc outside Eclipse. Probably, yeah. I tried quickly, but perhaps you can discuss and extract. Ah, yeah. It's just the remark of the student. It's he finished its work. It just tell, oh, it's impossible to run GenDoc outside Eclipse. Yeah, sorry for the mistake. No question. No. Thank you.